Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here. I was supposed to start doing the classic Halloween reviews this week, but because of a personal issue that happened, I wasn't able to do that, so I'm sorry about that. They'll have to be delayed till next week. But I do feel like this movie is a pretty decent substitute. So this week, I went and saw A House with a Clock in Its Walls. And I know that this movie came out like a couple weeks ago, so I'm a little bit late to it, but here's the thing. I actually wasn't even planning on seeing this movie at all. It didn't really look that interesting to me. The only reason I went and saw it was because we went and saw it for a field trip at my school for English class, because the movie is actually based on a book. A lot of people probably didn't realize that at first, but is based on a book. So we read the book in class first, and then we went to go see the movie. We went to this really nice IMAX theater in St. Augustine. It was really cool. They gave us food and drinks and everything. It was really cool. It was kind of annoying though, because me and the friend that I was seeing it with, we were sat like in the front 2 rows, and since the screen is like really freaking huge, we had to like fucking like move our heads around the screen just to see what was going on. So that was kind of annoying, but it was still really fun though, and it also helped that the movie was actually pretty enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with this one. So basically the story is there's this kid named Lewis. His parents die in a car accident, so he goes to live with his uncle Jonathan, played by Jack Black, and his caretaker, maid, friend, I don't know, they don't really like make it clear, Miss Zimmerman, played by Cate Blanchett. And over time, Jonathan starts to realize that this house that he's living in with them isn't exactly all that it seems to be, and he finds out that Jonathan and Zimmerman are actually wizards, and they know like real magic, and so they decide to teach Lewis how to do real magic so that he can become a wizard and help stop an evil warlock who's come back from the dead to enact his revenge. I didn't really have the highest expectations going into this movie. It kind of just looked like a Goosebumps clone, and anything with Jack Black in it is honestly hit or miss for me, but the story was actually really entertaining. It was a lot of fun. It followed, from what I remembered, it followed pretty close to the book, aside from like either taking out or replacing various details just to like condense the runtime or whatever. But it was still pretty good. It was entertaining. It had some like legitimate heart to it. It had some funny moments. It had some weight to it, and it was engaging. Like, I was never bored throughout this movie, which I always got to commend a movie for. You know, like if anything else, don't bore me to death. That's all I ask. The actors did a really good job. I don't remember who played Lewis, but I thought he did a pretty good job. Especially considering the only like 2 noteworthy movies that he did before this were Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. With that starting point, you wouldn't expect much from him, but he actually did a pretty good job. Jack Black did a really good job. He wasn't just, you know, like, hamming it up like he usually does. He was actually pretty, like, he actually was, like, pretty, like, subdued through a lot of it. He still had his, like, you know, quirky Jack Blackish moments, but he could also be, like, serious if he needed to. He could be emotional if he needed to, which I really liked that. I thought that was interesting. Cate Blanchett, just an absolute badass. She's so cool in this movie. She does a really good job as Miss Zimmerman. I thought the visuals and the editing were pretty good. They were all like really like interesting to look at, and it kind of made me like not really mind having to look all around because I was interested in what was going on. So that was really cool, and there were some really like comedic moments. Like, obviously not every single joke, you know, lands, but there were some ones that actually, you know, made me laugh. It was pretty, so I really liked that. One of the things I didn't particularly like, however, was the tone of the movie. Like, this is going for like, it's a movie made for 6-year-olds, and it has a lot of like toilet humor, which I don't remember the book having. But yeah, it has a lot of these really like kiddie type of jokes in it, but then it's talking about like, it's showing like really like graphic, kind of creepy imagery, like when they're bringing the evil wizard back to life. Like, it's really kind of disturbing, and there's a lot of like satanic imagery. There's like pentagrams all over the place and stuff. Like, if I was a kid watching this, I probably wouldn't like sleep right, or I don't know, given today's parents, they're probably like up at their keyboards right now like, oh my god, you can't let your kid watch this. But I mean, like, that was just something that was a bit jarring, to like go from a joke about like, ooh, the griffin like bush type of thing like took a crap on the dude's chair or whatever, to all of a sudden, oh, these evil people are trying to kill a bunch of people, and they're talking about, like, you know, it was just weird. Also, I didn't particularly like the bully character, or the one that starts off as the best friend but then decides to turn on him just because he's a dick. I didn't really like that character. He wasn't very interesting to me, and I don't particularly think the actor did. I mean, the actor didn't do terrible, but he didn't really like leave a lasting impression. So, but overall, I actually kind of enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. Would I go out of my way to watch it again? Probably not, but I didn't regret, you know, paying for the ticket. I still enjoyed it. I still had a lot of fun with it. And if anything else, it was an excuse to get out of class for a few hours. So, you know what? I'll take it. But anyway, that about does it. If I had to rate the movie, I'd probably give it, like, I don't know, 3 out of 5. Like I said, not the worst thing ever, not the best thing ever. Take it for what it is. And yeah, that about does it. So, if all goes well, the Halloween review should start next week. I apologize again for the delay. I've just been going through some stuff. But anyway, if you like to stay updated on what I'm doing, follow me on all my social medias, subscribe to this channel, ring the notification bell so you get notified. Like this video, tell me in the comments what you thought of House with the Clock in its Walls if you saw it. Subscribe to my main channel, JamesMCD Productions. Everything you need to know will be in this description. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.